The Coinsurries channel is pleased to have you back. Who are you with? Your vote enter in the option community. Option A XRP. Option B REPL. Option C SEC. In this video, members of the XRP community analyze the potential routes to a value of $20,000. Most individuals have likely not yet tried to figure out how much XRP would have to be worth in order for it to be worth tens of thousands of dollars, in this case, 20,000. But I'll give you my take on it, right from the start, even without doing the calculations. You have this gut feeling that XRP at $20,000 doesn't provide any medication. I must say, I commend you. It's evident that you're not an idiot. So, I must say, I completely agree with you. That being said, it's so incredible that you can't help but be amazed, you just know it. Nevertheless, my goal is to do well right away so that we may put this matter to rest for a while. Plus, that's presuming you aren't already aware of or have a gut instinct that figures like these are absolutely ridiculous. Do you ever wish you knew how utterly bonkers they are? Anyone who thinks these figures make sense is totally mistaken. The people who put these hypotheses out are, to be fair, amusing. There is a lack of clarity regarding the rationale for XRP's present value. The bidding then rises to these heights. Let me be honest with you, it is absolutely not going to happen. So, as I've said before, being an XRP has enough to be excited about. As XRP holders, we don't need this ridiculous hype to feel excited. Furthermore, I am cognizant of the fact that I might potentially increase my views and subscribers by just parroting these sentiments, but I refuse to do so due to my knowledge of their inherent ugliness. I wouldn't be being totally honest if I did that. It is quite unlikely to occur. Along with these other ideas, I want to eliminate this one because it is so stupid. Why is that? It's not particularly hard to understand. I want to make one thing crystal clear before we go any further. I do not hail from any kind of financially privileged family. Financial matters are unrelated to my profession. Regarding the recommendation, you ought not to engage in any monetary dealings based on my recommendations. I am merely an enthusiast that enjoys making videos on YouTube about Bitcoin for fun and as a hobby. The market capitalization of XRP would surpass $1 quadrillion if its value hit $20,000, given that the current circulating supply is around $54 billion. Crypto weights are calculated by multiplying the current market rate by the circulating supply. The market cap has nothing to do with the amount of money invested in XRP. The formula is as simple as multiplying the current market rate by the quantity that is available. Here it is. Oh, I perceive. The market value of cryptocurrencies grows 5 times for every dollar that enters the space, according to industry analysts. You just contributed $1, not 2. There will be a notable $5 boost to market cap as a result. This is the typical outcome, yet it is unrelated to the original investment and is instead the result of the gradual increase in price. If this is indeed the case, then there is no surefire way to track revenue down to the penny. On the other hand, there are reliable ways to figure out what it is. If that's true, then almost $200 trillion would need to be invested in XRP to achieve the same level of impact multiplier. I should mention that a hypothetical inflow of $200 trillion is a substantial amount. Thereafter, we are talking about a 5-fold increase. This method reaches a quadrillion. The logic behind it is because it goes from 100 billion to 1 quintillion to 4 trillion. $1 quadrillion is the amount that would be required if a $200 trillion investment were to impact market capitalization 5 times. Even if you think that estimate is 50% off, you still insist on being far more bullish. Absolutely. I'll simply double it. We can increase his pitch by 50%. Apparently, you think it's possible to receive a 10-fold increase. Instead of just a 5-fold increase, what about for every dollar put in? $100 trillion worth of XRP investment is still required for that. There is absolutely no chance of this happening since there is simply not enough money in the world to invest in XRP right now. This is quite unlikely to occur. And remember, you could conceivably put that extra cash into XRP if, say, assets were sold to raise additional capital. I'll show you some figures in a second. All other assets on Earth would have to see a precipitous decline in demand if that happened. Everything from stocks and precious metals to homes, vehicles, and yachts would see a precipitous decline in value if this happened. Why? Because, well, it's only an idea, isn't it? Why? Reason being, XRP is currently attracting a deluge of investment. No other objects can be its intended targets. So long as XRP is the destination. It isn't flowing because of other things. Be much as it may, the total market value of all currencies is a mere $2.3 trillion right now. Nearly $2.30 trillion. Do you recall what I mentioned before? For the sake of argument, let's say that the market cap multiplies each incoming dollar by 10. It's fine, however, it is a bit excessive. The extra $100 trillion needed to hit the 1 quadrillion mark suggests it might be. Hence, XRP is worth $20,000. The current money supply is $2.3 trillion, so that's not a lot either. Feel and look amazing. M1 currency has a market value of around $19.64 trillion. That still isn't enough. It wouldn't be enough to fund XRP, even if it were enough, 5 times the amount would be required. That was precisely my goal. I don't think anything else will matter after this. Can you comprehend how absurd this is? Now consider this, American stocks are valued $112 trillion. Is it possible that you think the value of XRP will double or even triple that of the largest economy in the world? I don't understand. This is really absurd, you know. Even bringing up that spotter doesn't help you comprehend, my friend. It is unclear what you currently have available. You should try to see things from other angles. Then, there's the idea that XRP could take over as the global reserve currency. What if, on the other hand, it becomes a global reserve? In my opinion, that's really spot on. Before I started filming this video, I wanted to bring up a fact that I found online. Dollars probably make up about 60% of the world's reserves. Check my calculations if you like. It was clear to me. That is, if, after exchanging all of those dollars, the value of XRP stays the same. And to top it all off, the global reserve alone isn't going to be enough to drive XRP's price to $20,000. Assuming, of course, that XRP will one day be recognized as a global reserve. Perhaps you've noticed this while staring at the screen. Having heard others extol its virtues, I recall coming across this site some time ago. Yet it keeps popping up again. This, my friends, is visual capitalism. It has probably been here ever since I shot the video where I flat out rejected the concept. I mean, that happens all the time. Just because I can't do it every single day doesn't mean I have to explain why it's foolish. Having made a video a year ago critiquing the article and its absurdity, I have now done so. Nonetheless, this is where you may see the global wealth pyramid. Here is how the world's $454.4 trillion in net wealth was distributed in 2022, according to UBS's projections. End of story. There are no complete years of information accessible beyond 2022, but the wealth of the world was $454.4 trillion in that year. That should be all. The year 2023 came to a close. I am confident that we will have the figures soon, even if I have not seen them assembled yet. Thus, the most recent year for which statistics are available is 2022. Again, when we talk about a market valuation of $1 trillion, it's more than twice the world's total wealth. Which leads people to say things like, yeah, but that's not how much money flows into it. Why? Because earlier in the video, I was describing the type of multiplier effect that occurs with cryptocurrency, specifically in connection to its price. Regardless of the number of times you multiply it. Ignoring your evaluation would not alter my stance. We cannot do this task with the current budget. That won't happen, plain and simple. The idea is totally absurd. I wanted to give you some hard numbers, and now you might see why. Having said that, $454 trillion. Such a big bid is just not feasible given XRP's present market value. You may see the original source from which I got these numbers here. I picked random websites because I play too much. In addition, you can find banking rates on this website, here. With January 2023 fast approaching, this chart shows the grand total of all circulating cash. There are $19.6.4 trillion in circulation, which is something I brought up earlier. So even if you step back and pretend XRP had no role, it's still far from sufficient. In no uncertain terms whatsoever. Still, I suppose there's worse things that could happen. The value of mansions plummets due to the XRP bubble, and the value of precious metals, cars, and boats drops so that everyone may own XRP. Complete moron. Inflation is another potential factor that could cause XRP's value to skyrocket, if you're interested in exploring this more. Therefore, the point of our conversation is moot. People usually mean the current value of XRP, or how much it would purchase today if its price were to be dropped, when they say $20,000 worth. As an example, a loaf of bread can cost up to $20,000 right now. I swear to God. That is not a trivial point in the context of the topic about buying power today. Thus, it is irrelevant whether inflation permits an extremely large number to exist. For one thing, we probably have far more serious issues. Therefore, it's quite improbable that it will happen. Nonetheless, the topic has evolved regardless of whether or not that occurred. You must be cognizant of that if you want to be intellectually honest. We need to stop being ridiculous and talk about how XRP could hit $10,000. There is certainly enough cash for XRP to reach 3 figures if it is widely used in the long run. For that reason, I am unable to predict whether or not something will occur because I do not like to speculate on prices. Still, XRP has plenty of room to accept funds from every planet in the galaxy. On top of that, we'll just say that it's possible, and it may have a huge multiplier effect. It is not a completely ridiculous concept. Yes, that is certainly within the realm of possibility. If it were to happen, it would still require many market cycles, in my view. Nevertheless, we were here at the beginning of 2024. Since you are probably far into your stay at this point, it is reasonable to presume that you have been here for quite some time. Everything, including XRP, is on sale, and you have plenty of time to buy it. Assume I'm right. After putting so much effort into saving and investing, you probably don't need that much money to make a difference, do you? I highly doubt it. No matter how many market cycles you might face. Right when the sun came up, you jumped at the chance. I mentioned the same thing at the video's conclusion. All this marketing fluff is pointless. The actual world is exciting enough as it is. Investing in cryptocurrency has the potential to put you on the path to financial independence. Do you not find that exhilarating? The next time you hear that the price of XRP could hit $10,000 or even more, all you have to do is look up some simple math. The lack of funds can be proven if this is not an overly complex idea. Everything else would be rendered useless owing to the selling of other things, therefore it would be meaningless even if there were. The concept is simple, that's it. My guess is that not many people really thought about it in this way. It has been making headlines lately, so I thought it would be a good subject for a short film. What a pain this junk is, I hate it. I hate other people more than anything else in the world. Validating the possibility of XRP's worth reaching several $1,000s. There were a handful of important people involved in our commitment about whom I had serious reservations. Just so we are clear, I will not be naming names. Not everyone is a complete moron, but I do believe there are those who see this as suitable for a Looney Tunes episode yet insist on airing it nevertheless. Is that clear to you? Indeed, that is true as well. Give me your opinion, please. And if you ever suggest that XRP can hit $20,000, I swear to you, I will be devastated. I'm not a financial advisor, so you can't trust me with your money. I would be truly grateful if you could subscribe to my channel and give it a like. Goodbye for now.